Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, Eternal MMA 76, how good was that? That was an incredible card. Do let me know what you think in the comments, whether you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, or just listen to the podcast. Head to one of the social pipes. Let me know what you think. But we're going to go through a couple of them now. Stay tuned. Follow Australian MMA because we'll be having a chat to Callum the Rockstar Potter, former UFC fighter himself, and host of the Rockstar Ramblings. We'll be chatting on Monday about all the fights, but we'll just quickly go through it. Like I said, hopefully I do piss you off, but jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about the card, who guys should be fighting next, and whatnot. First fight of the card. I mean, mate, took my breath away. George Mangos versus Aaren Mcconnell. Now, you need to understand just how good Aaren Mcconnell is. Trained at Jackson Wing. I know you're tired of hearing of it. But look, he's beaten Tom Nolan, who's now 5-0 as a pro and fighting on Dana White Contender Series. That is how good Aaren Mcconnell was. He is. But George Mangos made it look like it was because, geez, I mean, one other fighter's a pro on Beatdown Promotions, I think, with Damian Brown. But George Mangos, just the way he put Aaren Mcconnell away just shows you just how good he is. That was incredible. I mean, and there's not much you can say. Aaren Mcconnell, I think, knocked the rust off, mate. You'll be back. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what you do next. Look, you're a hell of a fighter. You've held titles in Australia before. You will be back. But George Mangos, I mean, as Fight Night Australia said, I believe in 2022, the fighter to watch. So do check that out. Moving on, Toby Meech, Jamie Renouf. Look, I know Toby Meech by name, not enough by game, and I do apologise for that, Mr. Toby Meech. Look, training out Scrappy MMA, that was a sick guillotine. I believe he got, I'll have to find out from Jamie, but I believe he got finished twice. I believe there was like 2 taps in there. That's how good Toby Meech was. But look, I'm assuming he goes into a top 10 guy immediately. I really don't know. Let me know what you think, Toby Meech fans, Toby Meech yourself. Let me know what you think. Did not know your game as well as I should have before, and I do apologise. But, man, I'm keeping an eye on it now. That is for sure. We move on, of course. Like I said, we'll go into these fights with Callum Potter on Monday. I just want to sift through them and do let me know your thoughts of Eternal MMA 76. But John Brewin out of City Kickboxing, 7-3, taking on Wes Kappa, more than a decade and a half out of the ring, out of the cage, as to say, because he's been in the ring with boxing and Muay Thai. But 14 years, it was listed as he's not been in the cage, but it's been closer to 9 if you talk to him. There's some lodged and unlodged fights. But either way, a decade out. And look, he's always been a striker. Like, I first knew Wes Kappa because him and my cousin fought to a split decision. Isaac Tisdale, who was being the lightweight Eternal MMA champion 15 years ago. So that's how good Wes Kappa was. He was fighting that caliber all the way back then. So super impressive. I'll be honest. And I even chatted to Wes, and I'm a Perth guy. I thought John was going to take him down, maybe take his neck and take him out. I really did. And then I'll take my hat off figuratively because, man, Wes, you proved me wrong. You're 34. You look 24. You were incredible. You got out of those grappling exchanges. The body shots hurt me, and I was watching it on the stream. It was just incredible. And obviously, you're a killer on the mic. You're as entertaining as that propeller hat that you wear to the ring. Look, I want to see one more fight, maybe against a real heavy grappler, like almost like an unfair grappler, like a brown belt, black belt. And if you stop that, have a title fight. I want to see him. I want to see the worst grappler, the best grappler thrown at Wes, and if Wes can do it and put him away, then give him a title fight. I mean, like you said, he doesn't have long left, and he's back in it. So look, I really want to see that. And John Brewin, look, City Kickboxing. I'm tired of saying it. I'm tired of everyone else saying it. But Israel Adesanya, Dan Hooker, Eugene Bareman, City Kickboxing is what it is. You know what I mean? You know how good they are. So for Wes to put him away, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let me know who you think Wes should fight next. I'm looking for a top 10, top 5 fighter. No, but I'm looking for a top 5 fighter. Let me know who you think Wes should fight. I know that was, I believe, a super lightweight. So I think it was like 73, 74 kilos. But look, let's assume he's going to go to lightweight, and we'll see who he fights next. Hey, give him Blake Donnelly, which we'll talk about next. That's how good Wes Kappa is. Our Aldin Bates, Stu Dare. First of all, Aldin Bates hits as hard as anyone, man. He's got Nokia phones in his hands, man. Yeah, indestructible fists. He throws bricks from his hips and he flatlines people. And him doing that to Stu Dare, or at least getting the finish. Look, Aldin Bates coming back from that Jack Della knockout, and of course the injury he had to his knee. Look, it's impressive to see. The Vake fight was great. It's always a brawl with Aldin Bates. It's never going to be flawlessly pretty, but he wins the war. And him and the guys at Wolves Den should be so happy. I would like to see one more fight, honestly, before the welterweight belt with Joseph Luciano. I don't know why. It's just, I could be wrong. Literally, jump in the comments, let me know if I'm wrong. I would actually probably like to see that Andrew Mills fight. Him and Andrew Mills fight, and then Luciano, they can fight in September. I think that would be a great fight. I don't see why he doesn't get the Andrew Mills fight in. It was very interesting that Blake Richardson, the announcer, literally was like, "You're going to get the title belt." And Aldin Bates was almost like, "Yeah, fuck that. I want to fight Andrew Mills," which is weird, but I liked it. So I definitely want to see that fight. And Luciano can just wait in the wings till September, till he gets a number one contender, even though Eternal has basically said, "No, Aldin, you're getting that one." Stu Dare, of course, retiring as well. Once again, tired of saying it, but he fought the likes of Israel Adesanya. He's fought the best of the best in mixed martial arts. He's the truest and the definition of the word veteran in MMA. So congrats, Stu, on a hell of a career. And the part of Australian MMA and what I'm doing here is hopefully I can highlight you to some degree to where people understand just how good you were and just how game you were and just how important you were to the sport. If I can't do it for you, I want to do it for the next wave, because you, mate, hat off to you figuratively. Just incredible career, and I wish you all the best in your future. And Aldin Bates, keep it running, man. Like 36-year-olds looking 26. Up next, co-main event, Quillan Salkilld. Look, they talked in the interviews about people were saying that it was too soon for you to get the title shot. You know very well, mate, that a lot of that was me. I was pushing that 3-1. I did not think it was time, not for skill. I've always known Quillan Salkilld since he's first walked in. I always thought he was amazing, just incredible. And but for him to put Blake Donnelly away like that, just super impressive. I couldn't be happier for Quillan. And he really is the real deal. His teammates knew it. Romelo Lestro, the Lestro Combat Academy. But look, the fight I want to see next, 100%, is Quillan Salkilld versus Josh Togo. I think it's time. That would be a great fight. For Blake Donnelly, wouldn't even mind the Dim Skillies rematch. I think that would be a nice rematch. Unfortunately for Blake, a lot of his losses, in fact, his 2 losses have come from, within the first minute. They almost got that like Cowboy Cerrone style. I don't think it's true. I just think it's just the name of the game. Like, this is how it's worked out for him, is that his 2 losses have come 2 early knockouts. Blake Donnelly is high class, but it will be interesting to see if this affects his mentality. Who do you think Blake should fight next, or Quillan should fight next? Let me know in the comments, or abusively send me messages. Finally, finishing it off, got to give a round of applause. Justin Van Heerden is the biggest favoured underdog I've ever seen in Australian MMA. He put Rod Costa away in the same spot 2 years later, the same way he got put away. It's impressive. The 2 of the best grapplers in Australian MMA, and both of their fights have finished with strikes. Look, He defends his featherweight belt. He defends his underdog title. And look, he could very much be ready for the UFC. And I am sick of talking about it because I want to focus on the Australian MMA fights. But Rod Costa will be back. He's 34, but he'll be back. I'd like to see that bantamweight belt. I'll make 2 fights here. You let me know if I'm an idiot in the comments, YouTube or Instagram, wherever you are, on the podcast. Find a way to abuse me. Rod Costa versus Cody Heerden for the bantamweight title in Perth. I think it would be the biggest HB. They talked about a record crowd at HBF Stadium. I reckon that would fill the stadium. Cody Heerden versus Rod Costa for the eternal bantamweight championship. And finally, Justin Van Heerden. I do not know how you can do it, as they are 2 of the biggest promotions in the country, and I don't see them ever getting along in terms of they're both going to want this fight. Justin Van Heerden versus Khan Offley. Winner take all. You become the Hex champ if you win. You become the Eternal champ if you win. And you ride off into the sunset and you go to UFC Sydney. Of course, that's not going to happen, especially with the promotions belts. But look, I don't care who, but Khan Offley versus Justin Van Heerden needs to happen from a character standpoint, from a story standpoint. Both of those boys will end up in the UFC. They will. But I think a fight gets them. I think they both can skip the Contender Series. The winner of that fight gets on a pay-per-view card. I think it's as simple as that. Now, Cam at Eternal, Jacob at Hex, I don't know what you need to do, but you have a chat, you co-promote it. Hell, call Suman in Sydney and do it at Urban Fighter. I don't care. Make that fight. Justin Van Heerden versus Khan Offley. But what a display. I just got a message then from Justin Van Heerden. Hopefully we're going to have a chat to him. I want to find out a little bit more. But ladies and gentlemen, Eternal MMA 76. Let me know what you think in the comments. I don't care if you got to tell me I'm an idiot. Tell me. I just fucking love these fights. Good night.